Hello? Is anybody here? That's supposed to be a T-Rex. Hi, Eric. Hi, me. I'm sorry, this is getting way too weird. So, Don?
Yes.
No matter what I could have prepared for, this it still takes my breath away. So it's unbelievable.
A lot of dinosaurs here.
Yeah, more and more. So this is from the World's Fair?
These are all from the 1933 Chicago World's Fair. There was an exhibit or an attraction there called The World a Million Years Ago, made by a company called Mesmore and Damon. And you would go inside a globe-like building. There's a mock-up of it over there. And you would go inside and there would be a moving conveyor belt type of sidewalk that you would stand on, and it would take you through so you wouldn't hold up traffic and stay there too long looking at any one particular thing. And as you went by, there were all these mechanical prehistoric animal figures, life-size most of them. And back in that day, back in 1933, that was pretty much state-of-the-art. So I was lucky to get these.
And some of these still move, right?
Yeah, they all move, and I could have gotten a few much larger creatures, including a 40-foot long brontosaurus and a 15-foot tall mammoth, but there was just no space. I did take measurements. I walked through the house. I figured how long, the neck would have filled up this whole room, so I passed on those.
Well, Don, I have to say, you have made excellent use of what space you do have, and I think you still have a little bit more.
Well, I got a little bit more space too, but it's outside, in the backyard.
Well, wonder what that's about.
See, as a kid, I always, since I went to Dinosaur Park when I was like 11 years old, I wanted to have my own dinosaur park. And now as a grown-up, more or less, I've got one.
Do you ever, Don? Yeah, by the way, they lied to me all those years during my childhood. This is actually the door to the backyard. I thought it was the door to the basement, Gary's basement. Eric, I don't have a basement. So, I'm getting flashbacks to childhood trauma here, seeing Gary Owen stick his head inside this thing.
Yeah, the mouth is a little bit more closed now, since Gary almost lost his head in it.
I gotta try. Oh my god. Oh! And it's...
I'm not responsible, folks, for anything. Okay.
These are sharp.
What this is a resin cast made from what, at the time, this would have been about 1980, at the time was considered the largest, more or less complete Tyrannosaurus Rex skull that had ever been collected. And there are bigger ones now. Sioux in Chicago is bigger, and there are larger ones. But if you want to see the real skull itself and how much of it has been reconstructed, it's on display at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County, where I'm a volunteer. So come on down and see it.
Hey, these weren't More Dinosaurs. What's the story behind these?
Well, they came later. I got them later. But what these are two, they're supposed to be two giant cave bears. Again, part of the World a Million Years Ago exhibit that was at the 1933 World's Fair. Now, I like to think of myself as kind of lucky and special because some people don't even have one giant bear in their house. I've got two.
So I asked Don, out of all of his many, many treasures, what's something special? What's something that not a lot of people know about or gravitate towards?
Well, this is certainly not the most valuable, nor the most rare, but it's very special to me. This is a maquette, I guess you would call it, of a protoceratops that was done by Emmett Sullivan. When I was a kid, my mother took me on a vacation to Rapid City, South Dakota to see Dinosaur Park, which was my first experience seeing life-size dinosaur statues, and it was a huge inspiration for me. And Sullivan was building at the time a life-size Protoceratops model for the park, but it hadn't been finished yet, and it was like, you know, half done. But they were selling in the gift shop these little models that were based on a famous mural by Charles R. Knight. And I think if I ever had a fire and I had to rescue some things in my house, one of the first things I would grab would be this. I think this cost $1.75 back then.
And for our grand finale, Don turned on the pterosaurs.